Okay, right now I'm in front of the house at 74140 Anza in Palm Desert. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, nearly 1,500 square feet home in a great location in central Palm Desert. This is pretty much what I call a blue-collar neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood, a lot of working class families, a lot of tradesmen that live here. A mixture of homes, a little bit on the older side. For instance, this home that we're looking at was built in 1956. This is probably the most beat up. This is one of those where you buy the worst house on the block and then you turn it into a little gem. It needs a major remodel. In fact, I would think it needs pretty much near a full gutting, okay, and redo. Let's walk through it. Okay, we're going to walk through this door here in the front. It is a home that I think has good bones, and I really think the right person could turn it into a little gem, but it needs a lot of work. For instance, this door does not even really lead into a room in the house, but it leads into an area that probably at one time served as a carport. Okay, it's got a slatted roof in here, going up to a central beam that stretches out from the house. This is kind of that sort of outdoor cement spray on it. I don't even know what that's called, but I'm sure there's a phrase for it. You do have a set of French doors here coming in. Doors there into a dining room area. You got the side of the house over here. That wall is leaning a little bit. It's got a slight lean inwards towards me. A chain link gate there. Okay, even the cement here, this is several different lanes of pads that have been done over the years, connecting some areas. I wonder if this area were cleaned up, would it be better off to be included and turned into interior space, turn it into a garage, make it into a carport, or simply take it down. Carport is probably the simplest that could be done with this, and this house could really use a garage. It does not have one. Now inside here, we're going to go into the living room. You come in through the doors, you turn a right. This here is probably a 20 feet by 18 feet, 15 by 24. It's a good sized living room. Okay, you've got a nice fireplace to work with. Okay, that I'm sure is still functioning. The roof slopes up to probably a 9-foot ceiling down to about a 7. By this window here, it looks to me about a 6 by 8, 6 by 10 beam that goes over the top of that window. Maybe a doorway could be fit in there if we turn the other area into a garage. You know, personally I look at this and I think most walls are going to need to be stripped and taken down, but then you might come through this and figure out some walls that you can keep. You know, it depends how much you want to do. If you want to change the shape of it, or if you just want to fix what's here, which is probably the least expensive way, and you could still get a considerable amount out of this home. Homes in this neighborhood go for between $150,000 and $300,000 if they're in really good shape. This home does have a pool, although it needs some work, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit. Homes with a pool are going to be on the higher side when they're all fixed up. You got some neat cubby holes in here. You got room for countertops, and definitely all the counters and cabinetry needs to come out. This is very old, just regular wood and plywood that have been repainted many times over the years. The appliances are nothing to brag about. I mean, that's a gas stove, and as you can see, let me show you here closely, they're just very beat up. Okay, they've lived their life. Anybody who buys this place should really count on fully gutting it and redoing it. Putting in new tile. This tile has lots of chips and Mars in it, and the grout is filthy and everything like that. You got a big mirror there. Hey, how you doing? Okay, but really redo this place. Don't buy it thinking you're just going to paint it. Okay, but again, the right person, not me, could do a lot with this. This is some builder's dream for refurbishing. You got inset there. You could probably put ceiling lights in there, maybe even a skylight. Okay, up into that area. Actually, the bathtub looks almost salvageable. It definitely needs a good cleaning, but it does not. It's not like bad. Even the glass is in good condition. you probably want to change it out just to go with the design of the home that you want to put in, you know. But anyways, I see what I see. Here's a bedroom. Got a ceiling fan in. You've got again a sloping ceiling. This one side only goes down to probably from 8 feet to 9 feet. Okay, with it, you got a large closet in here. Probably about 10 or 12 feet of closet space. Those are very wide doors, probably 5-foot wide doors, and then you got another foot or so on each side. Across the short hall here is another bedroom, a little smaller on this one here. This one's probably about 10 by 10. You got some track lighting in here that I've turned on, so power is working in this house. Water's working too. I turned the sink on a little bit ago. Another closet there, about 10 feet, no, well, actually wider. Probably about 12 feet or more closet space in there. In the bathroom, I can see some really bad rotting going on around the bottom of the toilet. Not sure what that is. Up into some open panels in the ceiling, I can see the insulation up in there. Okay. In a nuclear holocaust, this would probably be a nice place to live. But by today's standards, I think it's going to need to be redone. This sink does work. This here's on the eastern side of the house, just to the right. There's kind of a shed here. The fence is chain link, but on this side of the house, somebody has taken the time to put up a bunch of plywood to separate it off from its neighbors. A fairly clean little run here. Could be a dog run, something like that. Got a good overhang on this side, giving it lots of shade. Let's go back inside. $1,487 square feet. Price per square foot is $57.09. This place goes up for auction on October 19th, but they are accepting bids beforehand. So if they find a bid that they're comfortable with, they will accept it, but if not, it'll go to auction. I got a feeling they'll take all bids and it'll go to auction anyways. But if there is a high enough bid, it might scare off anybody who's at the auction from making an offer for it. Now we're on the backyard. There's a patio here that stretches out. Obviously an add-on that somebody did at one time. I don't know, gotta at least repaint it. But depending on what you do to the rest of the house, you might be able to work. A lot of wires exposed on the back here. Both power and cable. Okay, probably do something with all of that. But then if you were to reface the entire house, you might be able to sink that into the walls. Places where windows have been repaired and inserted in and never fully repainted. Showing there, that pool equipment don't work. Okay, the pool is filled full of green muck. Don't fall in it. You might lose yourself. Might never resurface. But it's kind of a unique shaped pool. Okay, looking at the positive side. This is a nice oval shape. I don't see any steps going down into it though, which is kind of weird. But I would think this pool is something that could be worked with. If it were drained, cleaned, resurfaced, and somehow steps put in, it's a decent pool. It looks kind of deep too. I wonder how deep it really is. You got some decent growth of trees. This here is I forget the type of this tree, but I should know it off the top of my head. This is a fairly common type of tree out here in the desert. It grows some type of seeds that the Indian used to mush into a cornmeal back in ancient days. Again, the fencing around it. You know, the fencing could probably, either a new fence just put on the inside, or some sort of repainting or something. The chain link that is up is straight and in good shape. So you may not have to redo an entire fence, but you definitely got to think of something to make it work. I saw one place where they put kind of a bamboo matting over the whole chain link, and it really gave it a nice clean look. So anyways, your home, not mine, you choose. Well, we're at almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to go back inside. Let's see if we can find, maybe this here's the best. We'll end up over here. Your dream kitchen, right there. Looking at this home right now, marked 84.9, and looking for people to put a bid on it. I can do that for you online if you'd like. My name's Eric Meeks, and thank you very much. I appreciate a few moments of your time. Have a good day.